Hey, Robert, how are you? Hey, Dusty Bottom Boys, how are you guys tonight? Let's see here. I just want to start off tonight with saying my name's Bill. I'm building a homestead here in Alaska. I bought vacant land about a year and a half ago, moved on to the property last summer, and I'm building a homestead from the vacant land. I'm doing as much as possible by myself, and I'm recording as much of it as I can via YouTube. So if you want to follow my journey, please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. So, Dusty Bottom Boys, where are you guys from? And I see Robert is from Maine. How's the weather up in Maine? Are you guys getting hit with the record temperatures like most of the lower 48 is? It's been pretty cold and rainy here all summer. We've had about 3 weeks total of really nice weather, and the rest of it's been chilly and rainy. And now the nights are getting cold. This morning it was 40 degrees outside, and that's the lowest so far. And Rob from Curmudgeon, Alaska, said his temperature was 37 degrees this morning. He's 20 or 30 miles north of me, about 30 miles north of me. So it's getting cold. Hello, Ashley. How are you tonight? Hey, our cabin in the woods and Honey Roland. How are you guys? Let's see here. We got 9 people here. Hello, JD. Dusty Bottom Boy says currently in Ohio, looking to be in the Matsu area in spring of 24. Well, you're welcome to Alaska. Congratulations on considering moving up here. Why are you moving? What's drawing you to Alaska from Ohio? Our cabin in the woods says it's 98 degrees there today. Wow. It is currently 55, almost 56 degrees here, and that is the warmest it's been all day. It was 40 degrees this morning when I woke up to work. And Ashley is reminding everyone to don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks, Ashley. Honey Roland says, Dusty, we live in Preble, moving to Matsu after house sales here in Tennessee. So, Honey, you're moving up to the Matsu also? That's pretty cool. Everyone's moving up here. If you're moving up, don't forget we have a YouTube creators meetup. We had one this last fall, and we're having another one next summer sometime. The date hasn't been set yet, but make sure you follow some of the YouTube channels up here, and so you know when it is, and hope to see you guys there. Hey, John in Alaska is here, and he says, and I'm quoting, "The old man is here." Well, welcome, John. How are you? Are you up at your property up on the hill, or are you at your regular place? And Ashley says 35 months, Lord willing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the weather definitely took a turn for fall temperatures here in the last few days. It really dropped a lot. The highs are only in the 50s now. If it's really sunny out all day long, it might hit the very low 60s, but that's it. Hey, Renice, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I've been doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, I'm several videos behind right now. I can tell you here in a second. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos behind and get my videos out, but they're coming. I'm making sure I get one out a week. unfortunately, I do work full time, so that takes up a lot of my time. And then also, I'm trying to get stuff done. And when you record and try to get something done, it takes 3 times as long. So, ooh, the sun's starting to come out up there. Let's see here. Dusty says, I've been fascinated with AK for many years. Life has gotten in the way. Going to get back into farming and start a homestead. Well, congratulations. A lot of people up here are doing homesteads. And if you need any advice or anything like that, let me know, or let some of the other channels know. Another good channel not very far away is Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading Alaska. They're pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing, but they're a couple years ahead of me. So they have a garden and some animals and things like that already. Honey Roland says, how has the rain and flooding affected you and others in the Willow Wasilla area? The only thing the rain has affected me is not able to really get outside and do stuff, get things done. High and dry, it would have to be a 1 in a million year flood for me to really get wet. Even though I'm not too far from Long Lake and the stream that feeds Long Lake, that area would have to come up like 50 feet or something like that to get me wet. So, high and dry, I always will be. And then, for the most part, there hasn't been very much flooding in the area. There is some, but not very much. So that's a good thing. It's been, we've been getting a lot of rain, but it's been a steady rain and not like a torrential downpour where it doesn't have time to soak into the ground and it just runs off the ground into the streams and creeks and stuff. Although I do remember seeing Alaska Cut the Cord had flooding issues last week, but they are right along the Willow Creek, and they're at an elevation of about 3 feet above the creek or something like that. So it doesn't take very much for them to get flooded out. Let's see here. Ashley says, our leaves are starting to turn very early for around here. Ours is just starting to turn. I went away last weekend, and when I came back, a lot of the trees are starting to show yellow leaves up here. Let's see here. Honey says, Ashley, mid-Tennessee has leaves changing too. Wonder if winter will be bad. Let's see here. Our cabin in the woods. We have a cold front coming in Tuesday. Going to be in the mid-70s. We'll need our winter coat. Laugh out loud. Bernice says, Kansas farmers are saying it's going to be a cold winter. Ashley says, honey, I'm guessing it will be. It will be. And Dusty Bottom Boys is saying at Honey Roland, I'm hoping to be near Willow too. It looks beautiful. It is nice up here. And just be warned, Dusty. I advise anyone not to buy any land until you come up and see it. Land can look great on a map, can look great on aerial views and stuff, and it can be a swamp. It can be a treed swamp. So, and don't buy any land that's been like developed or anything in the wintertime, because the snow covers up all the trash and debris and everything like that. You could be literally buying a garbage dump. So I always say, make sure you walk the land before you buy in the summertime. Let's see here. Honey Roland says, how was the rain flooding? Okay, I think I got that one already. Okay, there I am. Honey Roland, basically, no, they don't. She's asking, do insurance companies insure off-grid DIY built cabins and barns? Barns, I think they will. Cabins, for the most part, they won't. I do think you can get insurance for the structure itself, but it's not considered like homeowners insurance. And I'm not sure exactly what it covers. So I do have an insurance on this place, but I am hooked into the electrical grid so that's the reason I was able to get it. Hey, our Alaska, thanks for joining. And yeah, our Alaska says the rain's gonna turn to snow before we know it. That's true. Honey says, dude, all these lower 48 folks need a caravan to the Matsu. That is true. Everyone's moving up here. Ashley, honey, I will have to use the ferry system. Not sure what route you are planning. Yeah, I would definitely recommend taking the ferry up through the Panhandle if you come up. It might take a few days longer, but it's well worth the scenic view. Good evening, AFJ the Third. How are you tonight? And Renee says, I'd love to live in Alaska. Alaska is beautiful if you can take the short winter days and the cold winter nights. People are saying hi to each other. We're planning on going up through Sweetgrass, hauling myself and the animals up. Okay, honey. Yeah, you probably want to get up here as fast as possible then, instead of taking the ferry up. Yeah, Dusty, my neighbor, one of the Alaska agencies was selling land not too far from here. They were auctioning off 3 40-acre plots, and he was interested in one or two of them. And we went and looked at it. From the maps, it was a nice square 40 acres on a hillside, fully treed, everything. When we walked it, it was a swamp on a hillside. It would have taken thousands and thousands of dollars to turn that thing into a functioning homestead. So that's why I say always make sure you walk the land before you buy it up here, because it can look awesome on paper, aerial pictures, everything. But once you're on it, it's hard to believe it was a swamp on a hillside. Honey Roland, you'll have to check with your insurance companies. I don't know. And she's saying, if it has permits, will insurance cover it? I'm assuming they would, but I'm by no means an insurance expert on that. John says, I'm at my regular place. I think I will spend a night up at the new place sometime this week. That's cool, John. And Honey says, have you seen the cost of the ferry? It's more than fuel costs through Canada. Too rich for my blood. Actually, no, I haven't seen the cost recently. So, but I know when I came up about 13 years ago, I rode the ferry up, and it was amazing. Ashley's saying, honey, that's it. For me, it's a blood issue, if you know what I mean. Honey, how do you find out about good plots that are like the 40-acre one? Wait, swamp on a hill? Yep, it's a swamp on a hill. And there's a couple other places you can go. Is you can get on the email list for the Matsu Borough, and also you can get on watch the Alaska state land sales. You can just Google that, and it should be the first thing that pops up under alaska.gov. AFJ the third. Hey, Bill. Thanks for asking. Actually, I did cardio. I'm not sure what ablation this morning. All is well. I hope they fix my broken heart. That's a shame, AFJ. Hope you're feeling good. Hey, Johnny Gillum from Gillum Farms. Look at the hat I got on. And Honey Rollins says, is there a biz that checks properties for you so you don't buy swamp? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Hey, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse is here. Thanks for joining, Brian. Thanks for joining, Johnny. If you guys don't know Gillum Farms or the Vineyard Farmhouse YouTube channels, make sure you check them out. And let's see here. Last weekend, I went away for the weekend. Had a lot of fun. I flew down to Phoenix, Arizona. I flew down on Friday. Went to the Metallica concert Friday night. And then I stayed through the weekend because Metallica was having another concert on Sunday night. Unfortunately, everyone was saying it was weird how Metallica ended their concert Friday night. They did no encore or anything else. And I didn't think much about it, but a lot of people was like, that's kind of weird that they didn't do an encore. And then Saturday afternoon, we get the text message that James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica, came down with COVID and wasn't feeling good. And the concert on Sunday was canceled. So my friends and I, we already had the hotel paid for and our flights already booked for Monday. So we just stayed down, hung out, sightseed a little bit and stuff like that. So it was a 50% success going down there. Man, the weather was unbelievable. The coldest day out of the whole weekend was something like 95, 98 degrees. And I don't know if I saw a cloud the whole weekend. It was that hot the whole time down there. But I'm back up here, and I'm trying to get stuff done. I got a lot of work to do. And it was it's definitely cooling down, and it's going to be the ground's going to be freezing pretty soon. Yeah, Johnny Gillum says Metallica is on his bucket list. You better hurry up. They're in their 60s. So better hurry up and see them if you can. They definitely put on a good show. Yeah, Renice, thank you. Renice says, so glad you got to take some time and have some fun. Definitely got to take time and have fun in life. The biggest thing that I've always heard about people on their deathbeds is not things that they did that they wish they wanted of, but things they didn't do that they wish they would have. So I try to get out, go and see things and do some stuff. So that was actually the 4th time I've seen Metallica in my life. I saw Metallica when it was just them, no opening act or anything. Then I saw them with, I think it was Guns N' Roses. And then I saw Metallica with Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park in the Summer Sanitarium tour. And Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse says, I kicked my bucket list. That's good if you got everything done that you wanted to. Johnny Gillum says, it looked like you were having a good time. Yes, I was. It was a lot of good time. Since the concert was canceled, we ended up going to see a Diamondbacks baseball game, and then also we went to Top Golf. So that was a lot of fun. And Renee says, going to Alaska is on my bucket list. Well, you got to come up here. Got to get that crossed off. Just remember, you can't take any money with you when you die. So you might as well spend it and have a good time. Make some memories and enjoy life. So yesterday it was pretty cool. My neighbor called me over, or came over and was talking to me actually a couple days ago. He needed some stumps dug out and asked if I would be willing to do that. So I went over, I dug out the stumps, and he just couldn't believe how easy it was for me to dig out the stumps with the beast. And he tried paying me. I'm like, I don't want paid. This is what neighbors do for each other. And I'm like, and I'm definitely interested in getting a breeding pair of pigs. So keep me in mind next summer, because he's raising Idaho pasture pigs. He's one of the few. I guess he was the first up here with Idaho pasture pigs, but someone else in the Matsu borough is bringing up some Idaho pasture pigs also. So I'm just looking. I'm like, just remember, I'm looking to get some Idaho pasture pigs. So he's cool with that, and I'm gonna be going back over tomorrow after work and helping him spread out some gravel. Then let's see here. Dusty says, I doubt I'll ever leave once I get there. Oh, you'll leave once in a while. Most everyone does. It's great the first few years, but then after that, sometimes you just need a break from the long, cold winters and just to get out and feel the hot sun and stuff like that. So it's nice to get out once in a while. And would love to travel up next summer somehow. Well, Johnny, come on up. I'll definitely help you out as much as I can. And Brun Free is here. How are you, Brun? Thanks for joining. And Renice is saying, Gillum Farms, where are you now? Hey, Rob at the Curmudgeon, Alaska. How are you tonight? And let's see here. People are saying hi back and forth. Let's see here. Brun Free. I just got home from milking cows and scooping poop. Sounds fun. Hey, I'm assuming this is Tony from Mitchell's in Alaska. How are you, Tony? Make sure you check out some of these channels. Mitchell's in Alaska, Gillum Farms, Curmudgeon AK, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. Anyone else have channels that I don't know about? Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Renice, Gillum Farms is saying I am in Oklahoma. And Curmudge doing okay. Been splitting wood and helping the neighbors. That's what we do up here. We help the neighbors a lot. And Rob says he has to take them and their stuff down to the tracks in a few so they can catch the train to town. If you guys don't know, Rob and his wife Sarah live up the railroad tracks about 10 miles or so, and there's no roads or anything going to their property, so they have to take the train in and out every time they leave their place. Let's see here. Mitchell's in Alaska says, doing well here. That's good to hear. What projects are you guys working on now? Let's see here. Renee says, Gillum Farms, I'm in Kansas. In Brun Free, we had heavy rain and a spring storm last night, so I'll be headed out to check the beach to detect. Yeah, that's a good time from what I hear is after storms. Our channel started in July, so pretty new. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, make sure everyone looks up our Alaska also. Let's see here. Bill, do you plan on getting a pet, dog, or cat? And this is Renice asking. I don't know if I'll get a pet. I do plan on getting farm animals. I wanted to get chickens this year, but it was just so crappy weather. I didn't get a chance to get a coop built or anything like that. So I'm pushing it off. I do plan on getting chickens for laying chickens and also meat birds. And I plan on getting rabbits and a breeding pair of Idaho pasture pigs. And then I think I'll probably raise some turkeys for meat also. I don't think I'll have turkeys for eggs though, but do plan on raising meat birds. Let's see here. Where was that? Okay. Ashley says, packing for a trip, so more listening than chatting tonight. Okay, Ashley. Well, thank you for listening in. And Johnny Gillum says, hauling hay. And Brent Free, where are you going, Ashley? And Ashley says, our Alaska, I'll check you out. And right there, Rob, thank you very much. Rob posted our Alaska's YouTube channel link, so make sure you check them out tonight. Mitchell's in Alaska says, room addition to my cabin, washer and dryer installation too. Yeah, I saw. I haven't had a chance to watch your latest video. Since I was gone this last weekend, I didn't watch a single YouTube video. So I'm really far behind. So I'm trying to get caught up. I saw you cut a hole in your wall. So it must be coming along pretty good there. Ashley says, Brian, just the south part of Indiana, a couple hours for me. And Curmudgeon says, at our Alaska, I watched your spring box vid last night. Plan on doing something like that to make getting water from the spring easier. My spring is a half-mile away. Honey Roland is asking, have I raised turkeys before? No, I haven't. So it'll be something new. Renee says, our Alaska, I just subbed to your channel, and wow, it's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And then Rob just posted a Gillum Farms link also, so check them out. And he posted Mitchell's in Alaska's YouTube link. So thank you, Rob. Honey Rollins says, love Mitchell's in Alaska. Moving up videos. Highly helpful watching them while I'm preparing. That's good to know. And Gillum Farm says, thank you, Rob. I just dropped a new video about 20 minutes ago. I think I saw that, but didn't have time to watch it, obviously. Brent Free, is at my end? It's dropping out. I don't know. Everything seems to be working here just fine, but can anyone else let me know if there's issues going on with the audio or video? Hey, Matt AK, thanks for joining. Matt says, just took the world's greatest nap in my desk chair. What's up, fam? And Rob says, woohoo, Johnny, I will watch it in a bit. Just finished up editing one of my videos. Honey Roland, turkeys are hard. They'll literally drown in a rainstorm. Yeah, I've kind of heard that. But I'm going to look into it. I think the first year will just be chickens, though. And Rob just posted Matt AK's YouTube channel link, so definitely check him out. He's new to Alaska also. just moved up here over the summertime. So check him out. And Brun Free says, I'll turn it off then on. Hey, MB Heritage Farms. Thanks for joining. Excuse me. And then Rob just posted Brun Free's YouTube channel. So thank you, Rob. And Matt AK says, looks good to me. Renee says, it's good here. Rob says, I think it's on your end, Brun. No issues here, Ashley. Connection is good on my end. So, okay. Yeah, Brun, it must be on your end. So maybe try refreshing the screen and see if that works or not. Okay. Brunfree says, oh, okay, got your back. We're having a rainstorm. That might be causing some of the issues. And then Rob just posted MB Heritage Farms YouTube link, so definitely check them out. And Brunfree says, well, Australia is a long ways away. Yeah, it is a long ways away from here. It's pretty much the other side of the world. And John in Alaska says, hello, Rob and Sarah Curmudgeon. And there's Rob, just posted his YouTube channel link. Definitely check him out. And Renice is asking, what's on your to-do list for the winter? Well, I have a couple different to-do lists. The one I'm working on right now is to prepare for winter. And I got most of the insulation around the bottom side of the cabin and preparing to get running water to my cabin. It's been staying the coldest so far this morning. It was showing 50 degrees under the cabin right now. And I got it about, I'd say probably 90-95% insulated down there. I got to do a little bit more insulation, then I'll have it as insulated as I'm going to do it. But I still need to put some type of heat down there. I think I might just get some like direct berry heat trace for water lines, and then just lay that down on the ground in my crawl space. So I might try that, or I also think I'll probably cut a hole in the floor so I can suck the cold air from the cabin down there, which is obviously going to be well above freezing anyways. And then that's the number one thing. Then number two is get my two connexes set up for wintertime, get my storage trailer cleaned out and ready for sale. And then moving some stuff around on the property so it'll function better this winter. And then I also need to grade my whole parking area and build site so it's smooth, so I can run the snow blower back and forth. And then that's all the outside stuff. The inside stuff is I need to get water flowing to this cabin as soon as possible. So that's a big push. Then this winter, I want to work on the inside of this cabin more, get the kitchen set up and functioning, get the full bathroom functioning, get the washer and dryer functioning, and get the electrical functioning. All those would be huge pluses to me. And I know I fell pretty far behind. Rob, the curmudgeon, posted John in Alaska's YouTube link. Check him out. He's an older gentleman who just bought a small cabin up near Hatcher's Pass. And he's finishing it off and making it his own and doing some pretty cool stuff up there. Let's see here. Dusty Bottom Boys, I hope I answered your question also. Our Alaska says Ohio to Anchor Point. Matt AK says that Dusty Bottom Boys, Utah to the Kenai Peninsula for now. I'm posting videos of the trip coming up. John's doing fine. Renee says, hey there, John in Alaska. Honey Roland's asking, how do I prep the Connex for winter? Well, basically, I have a 28-foot enclosed storage trailer that has all my household goods, all my tools and everything in it. And I'm moving all that stuff into two 20-foot Connexes. And first thing is to get everything moved in, and then I need to build shelves in both Connexes so I can put stuff on and get things situated and organized. So when I do need to get something out of there, I can just go in, get it, and know where it is. So that's how I'm prepping it for the winter time. And next spring, I plan on building a roof over the two Connexes, and I left 16, 18 feet between them. So I plan on building a roof over the whole thing, and then I'll have some under roof storage also. Let me get caught back up here. Dusty Bottom Boys. Wow, I've already found 2 other channels moving from Ohio too. Dusty Bottom Boys, what 2 channels did you find? I'm assuming you mean moving from Ohio to Alaska. What 2 channels have you found? John says, I'm doing fine. Rob says, we came from southwest Florida to the Talkeetna area, which is kind of the northern Matsu Valley. And Renice, yes, I'm going to be busy. That's for sure. Dusty Bottom Boy says, I was considering Anchor Point as well. Our Alaska says, we love the area. Honey Rollins saying, how much are the high 20-foot Connexes now? Mine were used. They were supposed to be a single trip Connexes, but these ones were obviously used a lot more than a single trip. And I paid $4,200 each for them. And I went and picked them up myself. So they've like doubled in price since pre-COVID. Let's see here. And our Alaska says, Dusty Bottom Boys, winter lasts longer here, but the temps are similar to Central Ohio. Yeah, down on the Kenai area, it's doesn't get nearly as cold because they're surrounded by ocean water. John in Alaska says, hey, Rob, did I say that enough times? Yeah, Dusty Bottom Boys, Ohio doesn't have winters anymore. I know what you mean. I was raised north of Pittsburgh, so pretty much the same climate as Ohio. And Rob says, laugh out now. Nah, say it again at John in Alaska. Our Alaska says, last year they sure didn't laugh out loud. Hey, Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading, Alaska. How are you tonight? And I'm assuming this is Crystal. Alaska Dreamers are moving from Columbus. I'll have to check that channel out. Alaska Dreamers. And thanks, Rob, for posting Flat Tire Farm Homesteading Alaska's YouTube link. Definitely check them out. And Dusty Bottom Boys, check out Flat Tire Farms Homesteading Alaska. They're the other channel in the area that's doing homesteading. And they're a couple I'd say a year or two ahead of me on their Homestead. So definitely check them out. And they talk a lot about their what's going on and having the issues they're having and stuff like that for homesteading in Alaska. Ugh. And Renee says, "Hello, Flat Tire Farms. Great video today." Yeah, I saw you guys posted a video. I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's something about bacon is on the thumbnail. That's all I saw. Oh yeah, I want to plug myself a little bit. If you look at my descriptions, I do have a Amazon affiliate link. If you guys would like to support the channel a little bit, anytime you go to use it to buy anything off of Amazon, please use my affiliate link to buy whatever you want to buy. It doesn't add any cost onto you, but I do get a small portion of it, maybe 20 cents, 50 cents, depending on what you buy. And that can add up over time and help out the channel a lot. So please consider doing that and using my Amazon affiliate link if you are so inclined and would like to help out the channel a little bit. And the other thing is you can do super stickers and also super chats if you would also like to help out the channel some. I'm not asking you guys to do it, but if you would like to help out the channel and you have the extra money, please feel free to do that. Let's see here. What else? There were a couple other things I wanted to say. Oh yeah, in my descriptions are Amazon links to all like the camera gear and some of the tools I use and stuff like that. People have asked me about my GoPro cameras or my drone, different things like that. So all those links are in my description of all my videos. And if you're in Alaska, make sure you use the hashtag Alaska YouTube. I think it's Alaska YouTube or Alaska YouTuber. Let me check real quick. I think it's here. Oh, I just saw it there. Use the hashtag Alaska YouTube in all your descriptions. That way, if anyone types in Alaska YouTube, all of our channels will come up and we can help each other out and grow together. So if you're in Alaska and have a YouTube channel, please use Alaska YouTube hashtag in all your descriptions. And okay, Dusty Bottom Boys, I do remember that, but I totally forgot at the time. They said home at Alaska, also moved from Columbus, Ohio up here, and I'm not sure exactly where they live, but I know they're here in Willow area. And Renee says Crystal and Reeve are hilarious. They do like to have fun on their videos, that's for sure. And Flat Tire Farms is saying blueberry barbecue sauce and Megan Bacon for their new video that just came out. Matt AK says at Flat Tire Farm, I forgot what went into the pink stuff. What video did you can that in? Renee says, Dusty Bottom Boys, I love them. Home at Alaska. And Flat Tire Farm says, Matt, it's in every bit counts challenge video that I did on processing radishes. It's a fake horseradish I tried to make. It is a regular radish dish. our Alaska says, I buy off Amazon all the time, so I'll definitely check out your link. We need to help each other out as much as possible. A drone is on my list to buy over the winter. Yeah, I have. I bought my drone, which is a DJI Mavic 3 Classic. I bought extra batteries, and I bought like the Fly More kit, which is some accessories, and then I bought the medium grade controller that has the screen in it, so you don't have to use your phone. And then I bought a case for the drone, and all that is in my descriptions. And I definitely highly recommend the DJI line of drones. They also sell the Mini, which is a lot cheaper price point. So it kind of depends on what you want to spend. And if you would, that would be awesome if you use my affiliate link. Off-grid homesteading, McGarvey style. Thanks for joining, Ron. Definitely check out his channel. He does a lot of cool stuff. He's in, you're in Northern California, correct, Ron? And not just Western California or Eastern California. You're in Northern California, if I'm not mistaken. He's saying, it's been so long. I've shopped at Amazon. I do my best to shop locally. If I do, I will use it. Well, thank you, Ron. Yeah, everyone says shop local, and I agree with that, but sometimes you just can't. Or when the local price is double or triple what you can get it off of Amazon, some people don't have the money to just throw away that way, so they have to go with Amazon to get it cheaper. Hey, Rebecca, touched by Yarn. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining. And definitely check out off-grid homesteading, McGarvey style, and also Rebecca Touched by Yarn YouTube channels. Two definitely good channels. Matt AK, I'll have to watch it again and appreciate today's reaction. Rebecca is saying hi. People are saying hi to Rebecca. Robert the curmudgeon says, okay, guys, I have to run to take the neighbors to the track. Be back in a bit. I probably won't be here. I have to end this after about an hour or so. And we're at 48 minutes right now. I have someplace I got to go after this, so. People are saying hi to Rebecca and hi to Ron. Flat Tire Farm says, I heard that the Mini has all the same capacities as the regular size one, except less battery life. Yeah, I haven't really looked into the Mini at all, but I know one of the bigger YouTube channels, the guy Matt from Off the Ranch, he has like 5 million subscribers or something like that. He uses the DJI Mini and loves it. So let's see here. Matt AK says at Flat Tire Farms, I also bought all the stuff at Home Depot yesterday to steal your sawbuck idea. That's good. And off-grid homesteading, McGarvey style says swordfish tonight. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, okay, yeah, Northern California. He lives up in the mountains. I knew you lived in the mountains, and I was thinking it was Northern California. Johnny Gillum says, if you want to see how a DJI Mini video turns out, watch the video I just dropped tonight. Okay, yeah, Johnny Gillum uses a DJI Mini drone, so, and he's pretty good at flying it. Crystal at Flat Tire Farm says, awesome, Matt. Don't be afraid to let us know if you need any help. And Ron says, thanks. Swordfish for dinner tonight. Everyone have a wonderful night. Okay, good night, Ron. Thanks for joining. Burner, the pricing issue in Alaska regarding buying local is that there is only so many products that you can make with Alaska resources. Getting things shipped up is often the only way. That is true. And Renee says, "Thank you, Bill, for always answering my questions." Well, you are very much welcome, Renee, and thank you for asking questions. It's my pleasure to answer them. And Gillum Farm says his DJI Mini runs 37 minutes on battery. Ashley says, "Ron, never had swordfish. Have a good evening." Crystal says, "Bill, what's a to-do list on your homesteading to get done before winter?" I'll come back to that here in just a second. Ron says, from Off-Grid Homesteading, hit the thumbs up. These drones are all too expensive for me. They are expensive, that's for sure. And thank you for reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up. Rebecca is saying hi to people. And she says, if I missed anyone, sorry, she's on her phone. Honey Rollins says, how does Prime work off grid with delivery? It obviously, like up here in Alaska, we don't have next day delivery, or even in most cases 2-day delivery. It just doesn't happen. And what will happen is like UPS delivers to all the populated areas, and then once you get out of the populated areas, they'll actually turn the stuff over to a third-party delivery service, and they deliver it to us up here. And then some places, if you're truly off-grid, like off the road system and stuff, you may or may not be able to get it delivered. Or you might have to do one of those private post office boxes, not with the United States Postal Service, and have stuff delivered there. And then Crystal from Flat Tire Farms asked, what are my to-dos before winter? Finished getting the insulation done under the cabin. I got it about 90-95% done. And then I got a little over half the eaves. I'm just putting plywood up on the soffits under the eaves of the cabin, and I got just over half of it done. I got the rest of it cut to size. I just have to get it put up there, but it started raining, and I just haven't had time to get back to it. So that's high on the priority list this weekend. Those two things, and then getting the connexes situated and organized, and some shelving built in the connexes so I can get those organized. It's high on the list. And then get my driveway and parking area and stuff flattened out, because it's pretty rough right at the moment. And using the tracked skid steer, I don't want to be hitting rocks and stuff with it. So I need to get that all smoothed out. And if I can, I would like to get some of my big dirt pile moved around also, if time's willing, but I don't know if I'm going to have time for that or not. Honey Rollins says, Bill, will you do a video over costs for building your cabin? I do try to tell the prices of stuff as much as I can. This cabin, I bought the package from a local hardware store, not Home Depot or Lowe's, but a local one up here. And I paid, I don't know, something like 10 grand for it. And unfortunately, I think either the guy did a horrible job in calculating what was needed, or I was shorted a bunch of lumber, because I had to constantly run down and buy like one 2x10 or two 16-foot 2x4s, or 3 sheets of plywood, like stuff like that. I was constantly running down and buying more stuff. So it's kind of hard to say what it cost me. I got the metal put on the roof, and that cost me $5,000 for the metal and the installation of the metal by a local contractor. And then if you look back, I know I discussed how much my well cost. My septic, I think I mentioned how much the septic tank cost, and then I put in the tank myself, and then a friend of mine helped me with the drainage field and stuff like that, so that didn't cost me anything. Flat Tire Farm says, honey, we spent about $20,000 to build our show. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. Honey, we spent about $20,000 to build our show, not including. They spent about $20,000 to build their shell of their cabin, not including insulation and metal roofing, which probably was about another $6,000. Pricing is different now, I'm sure. Gillum Farm says we're gonna build a cabin out where the cattle are. That's pretty cool. That'll be a cool cabin. Build a cabin back where was it a double wide trailer you had out there? And that's originally where you lived at one point? And Rebecca Touched by Yarn says, at Honey Rollin', I have joined your family. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. It's 57 minutes. And like I said, I have someplace to go. So I'm going to cut this short at about an hour. Well, not necessarily short, but cut it off at about an hour. So if anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask. Let's see here. What else? I think I went over everything I wanted to go over. The leaves are changing. They're turning yellow. So it won't be long before there's no leaves on the trees. Johnny from Gillum Farm says it was a single wide. We lived there until 2015. Okay, I can't remember if it was a single wide or a double wide, but thanks for correcting me. Honey Rollin says, at Rebecca, huh? What do you mean by that? Dusty Bottom Boys, thanks for the good info, Bill. Sure, anytime. And if you find some property you need someone to look at, if it's local, let me know. I'll try to get out there if I can. Or I know what a lot of the property is like in this general area, so I can help you out some also that way, just by looking at it on a map or something like that. And Gillum Farm says we have water, septic, and electric in that spot. That's good that all that stuff is still there for you. Renee says, thank you, Bill, for the nice chat. Have a great evening. Rebecca Touched by Yarn says, instead of saying I subscribed, I said I joined your family. And Flat Tire Farm says, saw snow on the mountains this morning. That's what I've been hearing. Up here, everyone says that's termination dust on the mountaintops. So that's the first time it's happened so far this season. Honey Roland says, thanks, Bill. Appreciate the new info, and we'll watch the septic videos. Miss those. Yeah, they're from last fall, about a year ago or so. And I discussed in length about how much it cost for electric and what I got for the electric, and now I still think it's a total ripoff for what they're charging for electric nowadays to get it onto your property. But I'll let you go back and watch that video. Gillum Farm says, have a great evening, Bill, and everyone in the chat. And thank you, Johnny, for being here. And thanks, everyone. I think I'm going to end it. Definitely, if you're not subscribed to these other channels, please check them out. And thanks, everyone, and have a good night. And thank you, our Alaska, for saying you'll use my Amazon affiliate link. Thank you very much for supporting the channel that way. Have a good night, everyone.